When does something turn from support to enabling? And how can you tell the difference? I think the best way to kind of explain what that transition is to use some graphs, all right? Some kind of lines to make sense of this. So this is kind of how I conceptualize the transition from support to enabling, and it's not like there's this fine line between the two. There's like this gray area in between. As the person's ability, the other person's ability increases, all right? If their ability increases, but my help increases with their ability, then I'm doing more for them than they're doing for themselves. And that's called enabling. However, if my help goes up while their ability goes down, then that's more support. So these are inversely related. So you can take a look at this little chart here. As the other person's ability increases, then my assistance should decrease. So how does this make sense in the real world? Well, if you think about, let's say I've got a college student, and for the longest time, see, I've been supporting until now he goes to college. And now that he's in college, I've been still paying for his car and for his phone and for his insurance and for his food. Oh my gosh. His ability is going up, and now he doesn't even want a job. Why doesn't he want a job? Because he doesn't need a job when I'm paying for everything. You see how that's now turning into enabling? Their ability goes up, and if my help continues to go up, then it takes away their need to perform. That's enabling. Another scenario, let's say in a relationship, there's financial problems because one of the partners is not doing such a good job following the budget. They like to buy certain things. Perhaps it's a woman who uses purchasing things as a way to cope, like I use chocolate to cope. Or maybe it's the husband who loves to fix up his truck and put the new latest and greatest stuff on his truck. Or the guy who loves to get the newest technology, the newest phones. And so they're always searching to find the coolest next gadget. If that's violating the boundaries of the budget that you have, and it's creating all sorts of conflict and friction, then what it tells me is that it's not a mutually understood and agreed upon rule. So that's where if I continue to give a credit card to the person who has a problem shopping, all right, and if I continue to just give permission to the person who's my partner to spend money however they want, even though I don't have control, I'm not exercising my degree of influence. In fact, if I contribute to it by paying off the bills and not saying anything, then I'm actually enabling the thing that I don't want to have happen. All right, so what do? First, when we have a conversation, if the focus is on correction, you'll have a crash and burn. First rule is create a connection. If you want a correction, create a connection. Then I've got this. Identify what your goals are. Both of you have different values. One of you likes to enjoy money when you get it. The other one likes to just save money because it feels good having money in the bank. So what are the values? What are the goals you have, even with those differences? How do you figure out a way for both of you to get those needs met? Now, everybody wants financial security, and they want to enjoy money when it comes in. So having you come together in a way that you can reach both of those goals makes it so much easier to define the expectations. So first identify the goals. When you identify what those goals are and those mutually agreed upon, then we look at what are the expectations, the rules and the roles that you both play. Once those rules and roles have been identified, now we decrease the likelihood of frustration and disappointment because when expectations are managed, we can anticipate and predict what's going to happen. Now, some of you are saying, Emo, I have done that. I've done that several times and things continue to move in a direction that I do not like. If that is the case, then it is your responsibility to seek outside help. Don't wait for the other person to be ready. Seek outside help as soon as possible, because there are some things that you can learn in therapy that can help you maximize your influence in creating change. You don't have control over the other person, but you do have an influence. And there are things that you can do to increase and decrease that influence. So if you want to create change, be the change agent.